Welcome back to WGIV 103.3 FM, the Soul of Charlotte. And for those streaming live at WGIVCharlotte.com, this is The Clever Artist, and I'm your host, Shirley Jackson. If you're just tuning in, we're discussing Creativity Comes to Life. Joining us today on the phone is Miss Anie from Jool Tool. Hi, Anie.
Hi, Shirley. Glad to be back.
Yes, I appreciate you being on my show again. And you just finished a craft show, right?
We are coming to you live from the CHA, that's the Craft and Hobby Association show here in Anaheim, California. It's going on till Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Well, how wonderful. Your schedule's not busy at all, honey.
No, of course not. You got to keep it moving, but,
Now, you will be in Tennessee next weekend teaching a class, right?
Yes, I'll be in Tennessee next weekend. Actually, I'll be in Thursday night to kick off the Today's Best Value, which is my Anie signature kit, and then the festivities begin with the classes.
Now, what type of classes will you be teaching?
We'll be teaching we have 3 classes going on. One will be my class, which I'll be teaching extensive learning on the Jool Tool. So I'll be going over hands-on teaching on all the aspects of using the Jool Tool. So I want to make sure everyone knows how to use it to its full potential. And then we have another class that will be teaching how to cab stones. So if you want to make your own oval cabochon, that class will allow you to do that hands-on. And then we have an exciting class featuring yours truly, Shirley Jackson. And, in that class, you're going to be teaching our students how to make money using the Jool Tool. That should be exciting.
Oh, yeah. Did you get my outline?
The what?
Did you get my email with the outline of the class?
I love the outline, and I love how you incorporated every detail. The details to how much someone should charge for jewelry polishing, how much should they charge for scissor sharpening. And I love the approach you're taking on how you're going to do like role play so that someone who's a little apprehensive about approaching people, to get a service done, you'll kind of allow them to get over that, stump.
Well, the hardest thing that a lot of people don't realize that when they take their hobby and turn it into a business, the one thing that a lot of people have trouble with is selling. Is actually selling themselves and selling their product. So
that is correct. I agree with you.
Right. So what happens is, and I've seen this so many times, I just want to walk up to people and go, would you like some help? Because I've seen them at an event and they're sitting at the table just watching people walk by, never saying a word, and just thinking that people are going to see their product, like it, and buy it.
That is correct. It's one thing showing it to your friends or doing something within friends, but when you're working with complete strangers, you need to get over that initial, I want to say like apprehension, because once they get over that, they realize that, they were only fearing fear itself, and it's so easy. People are so friendly, and, who doesn't want their jewelry polished, shiny, shiny, pretty? They're all happy once it's all done and said. So it's a wonderful class.
Well, the one thing that I'm totally excited about is your new Jool Tool design that you just came out with.
Yes, we just launched it last month. And the new tool has many different applications. I mean, if you want to polish in a standard fashion, the tool will conform. You know, if you want to use it in a Jool Tool fashion, upright, it's there ready for you. And it's also portable. So it has a handle in the back in which you can remove it off of its dock. So, like, let's say if someone has a large tarnished silver tray and they want to polish it down, they can take the Jool Tool to the actual item instead of holding a large tray and holding it up against the tool. So the applications have become, you know, even more broad with the new tool. And it has the water tray, so many nice little features.
It's I consider it more versatile.
Yes, very versatile. They've even featured it here at the show as one of the top 20 hot products.
Oh, how wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's an exciting tool. Which I like is it's a quiet tool where you can see the work while you're working. And it's not scary. So if we've got a grandmother working on it, she won't be scared. It's very easy and it's very friendly. That brings joy to my heart, Shirley, when I see that happen. And, you know, the majority of everyone here are all women, but it's also a man's tool, too, on the same token. So,
yes, because it can sharpen knives and sharpen scissors and sharpen tools. People can actually shape and polish stones.
That's correct.
There's so many different things that you can do with the Jool Tool. The one thing that really impressed me, now I know some people know the story, but when I received the Jool Tool as a gift, and without realizing we had ordered the wrong kit.
Yes.
And so I called your company and said, I don't like this product. I want to send it back.
I remember.
and
I was like, what do I do?
And you got very quiet and you went, could you repeat that? And you were so surprised. And then once we got to talking, we realized that the wrong kit had been ordered, the wrong abrasives. And you were so sweet about it, and took very good care of me. And I've been using the Jool Tool ever since.
Yes, I remember that like as if it was yesterday. But since then, we've made our kits a little bit more easier to understand, you know, because back in those days, we had a lot of men using it for sharpening. And so basically, you had the sharpening kit is what you had. But where that's water under the bridge, and now you've taken off with the Jool Tool and teaching a class with me. So I just wish more and more women would get on the Jool Tool wagon.
Well, you know, the one thing about it is that when it comes to tools, unfortunately, as women, we're taught that tools are dangerous, and they're, we could lose a finger, an arm, or whatever. You know, we've been taught to stay away from tools, that tools are a man's thing. You know, it's a guy thing, you know, and us women are not allowed to touch it. But for the men out there, for your information, the Jool Tool is my tool. My husband doesn't touch it at all.
I have many customers, Shirley, that the husband has his own and the wife has their own Jool Tool. It's the most adorable thing is the man has his own and the wife has her own, so she doesn't let him touch hers. So they have a his and hers.
Awesome.
It's true.
I love it. Now it's really funny because a lot of people and I know you've heard this, I don't know how many times, you're a very beautiful person on the outside as well as the inside. So when I show people, I said pictures of you, and I say, this is Anie, and they look at the picture and they go, She's gorgeous. And they practically drool all over, the men, they practically drool all over themselves.
That is correct. It's true. Well, I was just at the SEMA Automotive Show, and, I can't begin to tell you how many men bought it for sharpening and restoring all their old car parts and all their old tools that they have in the garage that have rusted through the years and they wanted to restore. The Jool tool will just do just that. It'll do it on jewelry. It'll do it on tools. It has many different functions. So, in essence, you're buying like 100 tools in one machine.
Right, because it is so versatile. Now, you are the inventor of this machine.
That is correct.
Not just the owner, not just the CEO of the company, but you invented the machine, and which really inspired me and intrigued me to the point of, well, if she can do it, then I can do it.
That it brings joy to my heart because it's true. There's a story of a woman, and you just reminded me of this. There's a story of a woman who bought a Jool tool, but this is her story. She was laying one day in a hospital bed. She said that she had pretty much given up hope on life. And she says one day she was flicking through the channels, and she saw me on jewelry television. And she actually had the nurse in the room at the same time and said, help me turn the volume up. Turn the volume up. I want to hear what this lady's saying. And she said that while watching me, she said the same exact thing. If I could do it, she can do it too. And she says that when she got home, the Jool tool was there for her, and it changed her life. It gave her a new lease on life and a reason to live. Could you believe one tool could possibly do that?
Oh, that's incredible. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people who battle with depression or other illnesses, one of the things that I've learned, even for myself, that the one thing that helps a lot of people is having something to do. Is
Yes.
is having something that they can do, especially with their hands. I met a lady one time who was in the hospital for depression. Her husband had passed away, and she was in the hospital for depression. She wouldn't get out of bed. She wouldn't get dressed. She wouldn't do anything. And I was in there for a surgery, and the nurse, that one of the nurses that came in, they gave me this medication. They gave me the wrong medications. What happened? And so what happened is it had a different effect on me, and I was literally like, I felt like I was drunk, and I couldn't stand up, and I was hanging on to the walls, and I was like, somebody help me. I can't, I can't stand up. I can't, the room looked like it was tilted. And this woman who had been depressed and wouldn't get out of bed for nothing, got out of her bed to go down to the nurse's station and she told them, you get in there right now. Y'all did something to that woman, and I want you to fix it right now.
Oh my goodness.
And
look at that.
So she actually harped on them until they finally did something. And you know what? When the medication wore off, she looked at me and I said, you know what? I said, your son said you was a teacher. And she said, yes. I said, why don't you volunteer at a library or at a school? And she said, I think that's a good idea, and that's what I'm going to do.
Wow, that is beautiful. I love hearing that.
And that's what it boils down to is that a lot of people need to feel that they are needed or wanted, or that there is something that they can do to make a difference.
Yes, valuable. Everyone wants to be validated.
Yes.
So that's what the Jool tool does. But what's nice is it's a quick immediate satisfaction because you don't have to suffer to get the finishes. In 1 second, you can see a difference on something you're polishing. So you get that immediate gratification with the Jool tool.
Right, exactly. Well, Anie, I want to thank you so much for being on my show again. I really appreciate it. It is such an honor to have you here. And what I want you to do is tell people how they can purchase the Jool tool from you.
It's very simple. If you know how to get on Google, you can just type in Jool tool, and you'll see many different outlets to find the Jool tool. You can go straight to our website, www.jooltool.com. And, Jool is spelled like tool, so it's JOOLTOOL.com.
Awesome. And if they want, I don't know if there's any spots available, but if they want to sign up for the class, they can contact jtv.com and get a hold of them to purchase tickets for the class, which is actually January the 18th and 19th.
That is correct. And, if anyone wants to call me directly, my 800 number is 888-337-1230.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Just in case, I'm the direct source. So that was 888-337-1230. And I'm here for anyone's service.
Well, of course. I mean, who would not want to talk to you, Anie? You're such a blessing.
Oh, I know people say that all the time. They're like, is this Anie on the phone? I go, yes, I answer the phone sometimes.
Yeah, it's really funny because they're going, she's the owner of the company and she answered the phone.
I know, I hear that a lot. Well, I'm there for everyone, and like I said, I want to see more women get to using and feel that empowerment. All women have that. We just need to scratch and wake up that little, power within us.
Yes. Well, again,
thank you, Shirley.
Thank you so much, and God bless, and hugs and kisses, hon. We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to you later. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Kisses.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What we're going to do is after the break, we'll be discussing Creativity Comes to Life. This is The Clever Artist, and I'm your host, Shirley Jackson. You are listening to WGIV 103.3 FM, The Soul of Charlotte.